Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin situation hasn't changed to the last video, but there are a few things to highlight here. We've got these two wave counts, white and yellow. I can't remember if I shared them both in the last video, but I certainly updated them already on the charts for Discord and Telegram members. The first wave count indicates here further price. Well, both are basically very similar. In both scenarios at the moment, I assume that the price is moving in a wave 2. So just in a corrective rally. Okay, so that would leave the door open for lower prices at the moment. However, I will not rule out that a lasting low has been established. Bear in mind that nothing, but really just nothing, has changed when we look at the larger time frames. Nothing. Yeah, so we're still tracking a 1-2-1-2 setup, and this is opportunity. Oops, not this. This is opportunity space here, in my opinion. I mean, generally all of yellow, yeah, the entire yellow box. We need to see what happens now on the micro level. Bear in mind, tomorrow we've got inflation data coming out, so there can be some distortions. That's just normal. And down here is another opportunity space for potential turnaround. Yeah, so we're still tracking bullish scenarios because there is no evidence yet, or at least not enough evidence that we should focus on new bear market lows. Okay, so however, at the same time, looking at the structure, I cannot confirm to you yet that a lasting low has been established. I will only be able to do that after the price shows significant price action that I can use as data to confirm that. And how would that look like? So someone asked me in the previous video, I should show how a bullish scenario would look like, a direct breakout from here. I thought I said that, maybe I didn't. So a bullish scenario would indicate that a low has been made here in our support area. Yeah. So basically all of wave 2, the large wave 2 correction, finished here. And then we would need to see 5 waves up. So we now have a small 5-wave move up already, but it's not large enough to confirm that a low is in. Yeah, what needs to happen is a break of this swing high. We need to break above the August highs, which is 28,190. So that means we need to see 5 waves above that level. So it would likely be here the first micro 5 waves, then 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up. This is what needs to show, okay, for me to say, okay, with a high likelihood the low is in. The fact that we're not saying that earlier has saved a lot of people from making wrong decisions, I hope, on the way down, because we had a lot of fake outs. Okay, now again, that's just the analysis side. Okay, if you decide to buy in this support area, that's completely decoupled from the analysis. From an analysis point of view, the situation is quite clear. I will not be able to confirm that a lasting low has been established without seeing a first impulse that is large enough to confirm that, and then a 3-wave pullback. Both are needed. Both are needed. Absolutely. And the 5-wave move needs to be big enough so that it goes above the August high. So that's the bullish scenario. Then we would say this was a wave 1 and this was a wave 2. The advantage of a wave 2 is it typically comes down quite low. So you typically come back very close to where we are now, most likely. All right. So this is the bullish scenario, but I do not believe it. Okay. The market has to show it. I do not believe it until I see it, even though we're tracking on the larger time frame bullish scenarios. But I still would say that's a rather unusual bottoming structure, even though it's possible that it has bottomed. But I need to see evidence for it. I would not confirm it at this stage. So until then, I am short-term focused on higher, yeah, with the latest break above resistance that happened overnight, as I already said in the last video. We can focus on higher very short-term because we have to readjust, right? It morphed into a wave 2 correction most likely, which is an ABC structure. And I think I highlighted to you in the previous video that we have 5 up, or maybe not, maybe I just shared that on Discord and Telegram, but we have a 5-wave move to the upside. Now that can still extend higher, okay? And ultimately, the high of the A wave will confirm the target for the B wave. So I think this can still stretch a little higher. I wouldn't be surprised, okay? And then I would say the next level to watch is 26,550. But what I would see, I would like to see if it's a 5-wave move, yeah, at some point it will come back in a 3-wave move, in a B wave, and could then rally again in 5 waves higher. Now it will depend now how far this stretches out, okay? For now, I think this A wave is still running. So I cannot confirm to you that this B wave has started. You can easily, for example, take a trend line. I think we have 3 touch points. So if you use the trend line here, you can track the A wave. As long as we're holding the trend line and this impulsive price, that's the dog. At the moment, yeah, this is a 5-wave move. So this can still stretch higher as long as it's holding the trend line. So you can track that, yeah, to understand how long is the A wave running. It's an impulsive price channel. You can even make a price channel out of it. If the trend line breaks, it would be suggesting that the B wave has started. We might need to readjust the support area depending on how high the A wave goes. I will do that on the charts live. So as a channel member, you always have access to the charts. I understand there's a lot of volatility now, so a lot of people want to be kept up to date. From this area then, the price should turn around and move higher in a C wave. If it rallies above resistance in 5 waves and then also exceeds this swing high, and we have 5 waves, then I can talk more confidently about, okay, the low is probably already in. All I can leave you with at the moment is the potential that it's in, but at the moment I'm still leaning towards lower, okay? Still leaning towards lower eventually, just short term, focusing higher as long as the support of the B wave is holding, because this wave 2 should be a 3-wave move, A, B, C, where the A wave is a 5-wave move, the B wave is a 3-wave move, and the C wave is usually, well, it has to be a 5-wave move. Okay, so however, the fact that the A wave is a 5-wave move leaves the door open to something more bullish, because it could be an impulse that's developing here. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, and for anybody who wants to secure a position, I mean, what you can do, you could always buy here to trade the C wave, but if eventually a larger impulse occurs, then even better, okay? Or you wait for clarity, which is what many people probably prefer to do, to wait for that larger 5-wave move up and 3 waves down. So, you know, that's sort of where we are at the moment. So short term, I assume that we're just in a larger correction in an ABC structure of a wave 2, resistance all the way up to 27,485. If price breaks in 5 waves above that level, then something more bullish is going on, okay? So that's the signal level, or actually the August high is really what needs to break to confirm that. And until then, yeah, I lean towards it just being a correction, but I highlight already the potential it could have bottomed. So anybody who, I don't know, would like to get a position, you know, I can't give you any advice, but this is where I believe price has a good chance to turn around. And if it's just a C wave and it stops here, or it does another higher low and a higher high, you know, that would then not really affect you. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly Sunday live streams. You get access to all our TradingView live charts that we have. So you always see when I make changes live all the time, 24/7, even though I'm not charting 24/7. Doing that on 7 days of the week though. You get access to short-term market updates as a gold member and lots of educational content on Discord and Telegram. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.